Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN as we get the noon hour underway today. We have cloudy skies here in downtown Elgin as the show starts today. I am Marky B from the first shift and from Out to Lunch as we are about to settle in for the next 2 hours here locally before Straight Money Talk hits the airwaves at 2 o'clock this afternoon with the radio shopping show following that at 3. Hope you're having a great day so far. Check out our website if you want to see what's happening on the radio shopping show today. I'll review that for you in just a little bit. Sonar around the corner. He'll be in a little while along with Big Bad Bendemonium Boquist. A lot of bees there. They'll bees with you in the second hour today. Right now you're in the Marky B hive. And we're in the 30s this afternoon as we get Out to Lunch started today on this, the 21st day of March. 33 degrees and overcast skies.
Hurry into Big Lots for this week's biggest buyouts and sales, featuring a limited time.
Sorry about that. 35 degrees right now and overcast skies here in downtown Elgin. Heading for a high of about 42. So let's go ahead and start with the forecast for the next few days as we head through the weekend here at WRMN. This afternoon, partly sunny, so we may see some more bits of sunshine throughout the day today. And as I mentioned, the high of 42 degrees. Winds calm and snow likely tonight as we get into the middle of the night. Cloudy skies, a low of 32 degrees tonight, snow starting sometime deep in the middle of the night. Probably just a little while before the first shift gets underway. We'll have snow on the ground, or at least falling in through the sky. That will be tomorrow early in the morning. And tomorrow, snow likely before noon, then rain and snow. And a high of about 41 degrees tomorrow. We expect very little snow accumulation, maybe a dusting or half an inch or so of snow possible before it changes into rain. 41 degrees for the high on your Friday. Rain, snow likely tomorrow night, but it wraps up around dinner time, I would say, on a Friday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 25. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 38. And Sunday, we're back to 44. Monday and Tuesday of next week, a chance of rain each day. A fairly warm 57 degrees on Monday, 52 for your expected high. Next Tuesday, with more rain in the forecast, the sunshine returns next Wednesday. So a little round of snow and then rain tonight, beginning in the middle of the night. Right now we are at 35 degrees, headed for a high of 42. A mix of a little bit of sun and some clouds for the rest of the afternoon. It is 12:12 here at WRMN. As we get going, we're on YouTube right now. I just transitioned back to my camera. If you want to watch the Out to Lunch show today, you can see us at WRMN Radio on YouTube, where we will be live between now and 2 this afternoon. In the news, a lot of stories out of Kane County to touch on. I was sifting through Kane County Connects, a pretty good source for a lot of things going on in Kane County. So today, let's start with measles. Well, I'm not sure if measles is a problem in Kane County. In fact, it's not at this point, but the Kane County Health Department is calling on some preventative measures just in case. Chicago has reported a few cases of measles, believe it or not. And in response to Chicago area's largest measles outbreak in recent memory, the Kane County Lead Health Authority is advising residents to verify their vaccination status and get caught up with any missing shots. The Chicago Department of Public Health has confirmed 15 measles cases, with the first detected back on March the 7th in a resident with no recent travels, but connections to international visitors. Subsequent cases, including at least 6 in a Pilsen migrant shelter, underscore the infection's ability to rapidly spread. So are the migrants, the asylum seekers, bringing it back into the United States? That's the obvious question there, right? If it's been gone for quite some time and now it's suddenly back. The Chicago Department of Public Health has confirmed 15 measles cases, as I mentioned, and despite the focal point of the infections being at the migrant shelter, Michael Isaacson, who is the executive director of the Kane County Public Health Department, told a committee of county board members yesterday that the outbreak is more of a concern with the downward trend in people being vaccinated. Isaacson said measles poses the same danger whether brought by U.S. residents traveling internationally or found among Chicago's recent migrants. Isaacson said there are no reported measles cases in Kane County right now. Nevertheless, he urged residents, particularly children, to get vaccine protection against measles if they don't already have it. He said stats show that 1 in 5 children with measles will become severely ill, requiring hospitalization. Some children may die in the most severe cases. Residents unsure of their vaccine status can check with their medical provider or look up their vaccination records on the Illinois Department of Public Health's VaxVerify website. Health officials said anyone experiencing measles symptoms should contact their local health care provider and avoid going directly to a local emergency room unless otherwise directed. Measles can linger in the air for up to 2 hours after an infected person leaves, creating a potential for a widespread local infection if people just show up at a busy hospital. So if you happen to have measles symptoms, and maybe you do have measles, and you show up at a busy hospital, you can get other people sick, which is, I guess, the reason to see your own provider first and not go right to the ER. Measles in Kane County, not a problem yet, but Michael Isaacson with the Kane County Health Department says let's take some preventative measures so that it doesn't become a problem or even one person gets sick with measles in Kane County. 12:16 here at WRMN. Well, Kane County news to start us off this hour here on Out to Lunch with WRMN. So bring on some new Forensic Files episodes from Kane County. How about that? The Kane County Coroner's Office, and we have to get Rob Russell on the air, the current Kane County Coroner, one of these days to give us an update on this. Rob's a good guy. He'll be running for Kane County Coroner again this fall as he is up for election once again. And the Kane County Coroner's Office has been awarded $963,000 to fund an on-site forensic science center. This initiative, in partnership with the Kane County Sheriff's Office and Kane County State's Attorney's Office, is aimed at generating faster leads in criminal investigations, streamlining the process of obtaining information related to pending court cases, and help determine the cause of death in a timely manner for bereaved families. Since June, the Kane County Sheriffs have operated a small on-site forensic lab staffed by 2 full-time skilled forensic technicians. The additional federal funding will allow the lab to expand both in size and capabilities. Investing in the Kane County Forensic Science Center is essential, said Kane County Coroner Rob Russell. We see it becoming a central hub for forensic investigations, which will expedite case resolutions right here. That's a vital component in achieving timely justice for victims and their loved ones, Russell said. Yeah, we'll maybe get Rob Russell on the show the week that I get back from vacation next week, and we'll see if the Kane County Coroner wants to expound on this a little bit. Prior to establishing Kane County's own lab autopsies testing, they were exclusively outsourced to an out-of-state facility, taking up to 2 weeks or longer for results. Having a county-operated lab will save time and the costs associated with using a private toxicology forensic lab or relying solely on the Illinois State Police Lab. We handle it ourselves and get done faster and more effectively and more efficiently. So congratulations on Kane County. and the coroner's office for making that happen. Because things like this are happening in Kane County, we might not have any more cases like this. It only took 44 years. 44 years after parts of a dismembered corpse were discovered in a grassy area in Barrington Hills, authorities yesterday announced they have a name to go with the remains. Investigators used DNA and forensic genealogy to identify the remains as those of 27-year-old Joseph Kaliva. The announcement did not say where he lived at the time he was killed, and a department spokesman could not be reached by the Daily Herald. The partially charred remains were found August the 5th, 1979, by someone riding a horse along Old Dundee Road. A torso and 2 severed legs were recovered. The head and the arms have never been located. This was along Old Dundee Road where the body was found, or the partial body, in Barrington Hills back in 1979. Police believe that Kaliva was murdered someplace else and his remains were left where they were found. Unable to identify the victim at that time, the case eventually went cold. But last year, Barrington Hills police sent evidence to Othram, a Texas company that specializes in testing forensic DNA evidence and identifying crime victims. That work led investigators to determine that Kaliva was the murder victim. 44 years later, see? If we could do it here in Kane County, it could be done a lot faster than outsourcing a Texas company to do this work. A crowdfunding campaign through DNAsolves.com covered the costs of the forensic investigation. If anybody has any additional information about this case, call the Barrington Hills Police Department's Investigations Unit at 847-551-3006. That's 847-551-3006 and reference case number 1979, which I'm sure is the year, -2050. It is 12:21 here at WRMN, AM 1410, and on YouTube this afternoon. If you want to join the chat room, say hi to me, or share a little information with us, you can. We're at WRMN Radio on YouTube. You can always send me a text. If you're out driving around, you're not on YouTube today, you see something, you want to say something, it's 901-647-1240. That's 901-647-1240. Westside Freddy called a short time ago. He's going to be stopping by the Redemption Center, and you can too. And Westside Freddy says he's going to pick up his Arcade's gift card while he's here. And he will be going to Arcade's very soon. Our friends over at Arcade's Bar and Grill along Route 31 will be going again there very soon, having another lunch, thanks to our previous caller from the first shift, Genius George, he would play the song title game every once in a while, and George gives away lunch to a lot of our first shifters. So we thank the good people over at Arcade's for all they do, for being a great local business bar and grill in South Elgin. And we'll see Carrie, the Special K, in Arcade's later on this afternoon as she joins us for an America's First Responders Fest meeting coming up at 4:30 this afternoon over at the American Legion, where a few of us from our little committee are going to get together and make the initial plans for this upcoming festival on the 7th of September. It is 12:22 here at WRMN. So Westside Freddy sent me a text at 901-647-1240, and you could also send me a text this hour if there's something you'd like for me to share with you. All right, well, we'll take a quick break here, and when I come back, we'll continue with a little more news. It's the news block, a part of our Out to Lunch feature with WRMN. Our Redemption Center is open now, by the way, if you want to stop by and see us. We're at 14 Douglas Avenue here in downtown Elgin, and we'd love to have you visit us. Matt's over there right now. You can call him and place an order on the Radio Shopping Show at 847-741-7700. That's 847-741-7700. He'll be on the air between 3 and 6 this afternoon. Call and live large for less with the Radio Shopping Show right here on the voice of the Fox River Valley. We are the talk of the town. WRMN AM 1410, WRMN on YouTube as well.
It's heating up at El Diablo Cantina, located by Spring Hill Mall at 113 Southwestern in Carpentersville. Fuel up with authentic recipes from all over Mexico, made fresh daily. Cocktails using the freshest fruits, or your choice of many craft beers go great with the delicious menu. After you fill up with dinner, hit the dance floor and dance the night away with the sizzling salsa dancing on Latin Saturdays, where DJs play the hottest hits. Visit elddiablocantina.com today.
Come see the only train-themed restaurant where all the seating is on the tracks. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill on Main Street in both Bartlett and Glen Ellen is always fun and always fresh. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill serves 100% grass-fed beef hot dogs and burgers. There's also chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and more, all loaded up on 2 Lionel O-scale trains and delivered directly to your seat. No one sits away from the fun, regardless of age. When a train arrives delivering your food, you'll smile ear to ear. Visit twotoots.com.
It's always exciting to hear Elgin business owners like Tanner Melvin of Side Street Studios share positivity about the local community.
Elgin is on its way, and it has been, and it sometimes, we got set back, the pandemic, and it's been rough. Everyone has felt it in so many different ways. What we're trying to do is a lot of hand-holding and shoulder rubbing and being like, it's okay, it's okay. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get this town a lot more money. We're very lucky to live in this community right now. There's nothing like this around here.
Feel the positive power of the first shift with me, Marky B, weekday mornings on WRMN.
It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
I usually go to Tripleberry during the week. It's not so busy. I had my normal lumberjack omelet. It's like a meat lover's omelet, and their fries are awesome. Just the texture of it, they're a little crisp, soft on the inside. Really good.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hey, welcome back. 12:27, hour one of Out to Lunch today here at WRMN on a Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. The voice of the Valley and the talk of the town, home of the Radio Shopping Show. Number here in the studio is 847-931-1410 if you want to say hey. Let us know what you're up to today. Or call Matt. Order something from the Radio Shopping Show at 847-741-7700 until 3. He's in the Redemption Center. Go see him. And then call him after 3 here at that 847-931-1410 number. And he'll take your order Go to our website to find out more about what we offer on the radio shopping show. It's WRMN1410.com. Welcome back to Out to Lunch today. The Drive Time Deals with Matt McNeil, 3 to 6 this afternoon. Hey, a couple of our weekend shows I'd like for you to try out. If you are riding around, out and about on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, we've got two very nice shows each day on Saturday and Sunday, right in the middle of the afternoon. 1 to 4 Saturday, it is Rich on Tech with Rich DeMuro. The latest tech news, information about your cell phones, your computers, and all of that. It's a live show that we carry on Saturdays, not live from Studio 14, but it is live. So I think you can contact Rich during that show if you ever have a question for him. That's Saturday from 1 until 4. Sundays, it's the Dr. Bob Martin Show for medical information with the doctor. Bob's been on my show in the mornings before one time. We had about 30 or 45 minutes together one morning, had a great time, great interview. Bob's a good guy. Dr. Bob Martin, Sunday afternoons from 1 until 4. Right here on WRMN. Both shows are preceded by a show called Bell and Company. Listen in and see if you like that program from noon until 1, Saturdays and Sundays here on WRMN. It is 12:29. We're catching you up on some news this hour here on Out to Lunch on WRMN. Well, first responders, we talk about them a lot. We celebrate them every year with America's First Responders Fest. We have it over at Panton Mill Park in South Elgin. But they make mistakes too, and this time around I have a story in a negative way about a first responder. What time is it? Well, it's crime time. A little crime time here. First responder crime time. A Naperville firefighter and paramedic is charged with official misconduct, accused of stealing prescription drugs out of a drug collection box and out of cars. Zachary Volland, 34 years old, of Preston Lane in Oswego, faces 2 counts of official misconduct, 1 count of burglary, 1 count of theft, and 1 count of possession of a controlled substance. Charges filed Monday. Volland turned himself in. He was released after being processed. The charges allege that back on the 10th of February, Volland unlawfully entered a parked vehicle at a Naperville Fire Department station at 1380 Aurora Avenue, intending to commit a theft. The charges also allege that between February the 1st and the 10th, he stole prescription medication from a drug collection box located at a fire station at 601 East Bailey Road. They'll never notice this missing. Naperville police investigated the case. The drug charge alleges that Volland possessed methamphetamine found in his work locker. Volland due to appear in court on April the 15th. Zachary Volland, firefighter, first responder gone bad. But most are great, and that's why we celebrate them on September the 7th, America's First Responders Fest this year. More information on the festival. We'll start pumping out lots of great info about it and getting you all fired up for it very, very soon. It'll start with a rapid response 5K, and that 5K will be in the morning this year. Last year, we had our first rapid response 5K. We had it in the middle of the festival. It was an experiment. I'm not sure it was a successful experiment, but we did have it. It was our first 5K, and we're going to follow it up with our second 5K this year. And this year, we're going to have it right before the start of the festival at about 10 a.m. on the 7th of September. So if you want to run or be a part of the walk, either way, we just want you involved. The Rapid Response 5K, a part of America's First Responders Fest coming up on the 7th of September. On April the 27th, the Home Run 5K is taking place. That benefits pads here in the city of Elgin. We'd love you to run or walk in that as well. And I've got some information here somewhere about it, but I do know that you can go to padsofelgin.com and you can find the link to sign up for the 5K. and that's coming up on the 27th of April. It'll start right here in downtown Elgin in Festival Park and head north. And eventually it'll head back south to the starting point. It is the Home Run 5K benefiting pads, and that comes up on April the 27th. 12:33 here at WRMN. Out to lunch, hour one. And America's First Responders Fest comes your way, as I mentioned, on the 7th day of September this year. We're moving it up about 3 weeks. Hopefully the weather will cooperate as it has for us in late September and early October in the past 3 years. And maybe we'll be honoring this individual, but who is he? That's the question you and I might ask as I read this story to you. The St. Charles Police Department is proud to announce that one of their detectives was named the 2023 Kane County Officer of the Year. I just saw the story about 45 minutes ago. The announcement was made during the annual banquet that was held last Thursday and sponsored by the 100 Club of Illinois. The St. Charles detective won the award as a result of the work he did with a human trafficking and sex trafficking case. The detective began his investigation in February of 2023, which then led to a joint task force that included federal agents and several suburban agencies throughout Kane and Cook County. On July 19th of last year, a multi-jurisdictional operation was conducted and resulted in taking down 5 brothels while arresting 5 individuals. A total of 23 charges were filed against the individuals. Most importantly, 8 women were rescued from this sex trafficking operation. To date, the work and tips developed by our detectives have made them very grateful to all who assisted in their operation. And congratulations to our detective on his fine work, says the St. Charles Police Department. Why in the story did they not say his name? I wonder why they're concealing his name. Is he involved in more investigations of the same sort? I'm not sure. Good question. We may have to call and find out. But I saw the story about 45 minutes ago. It's a first responder that helped bust a big-time sex trafficking case. 23 charges against 5 different individuals, possibly saving 8 women. Well, we'll have to find this guy's name, guy or gal that is, and see if we can possibly honor them during America's First Responders Fest this year. But in this particular story, it does not say the detective's name. For whatever reason. 12:36 here at WRMN. So there's a bad first responder story and a great first responder story back to back. It is 12:36. We're in the middle of Out to Lunch today. Got a couple of more news stories for you, and then we'll share a little First Shift 411 in the latter stages of the show today. Let's go ahead and take a phone call now at 847-931-1410. Hour one of Out to Lunch. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, is this radio or no?
You know what? It can be. Yeah, what do you have for us today?
I tell you what, I got a couple items I'd like to advertise real quick. I've got used gas hot water here, 40 gallon, in good condition. It works good for $50. I have a chandelier. It's a stainless steel 3-light chandelier, and it's made by Hampton Bay. And it was just not right for the room we bought it for. And I'd take $30 for it. And if anybody wants to see a picture of it, I can text them one. Give me a call.
Okay.
Last item I have is a rotor tiller. It's coming up soon. People are going to start putting their gardens in. Only looking to get $100 for it. And if anybody needs any info, just call me at the same number, 815-904-5788. That's 815-904-5788. You have a good day.
All right. Thank you for calling. All right. That caller has been calling Tradio for a long time. He calls from the Genoa area. Haven't heard from him since we started this new Out to Lunch show. But I have said a few times during the program since we did start, that we'd be happy to take any phone calls that come in during the program. Tradio included. Matt, I believe, is trying to work Tradio in as a part of his drive time deals with Matt McNeil's show from 3 until 6, so you can always call him, and he'll share some Tradio information with you. I believe that happens in the early stages of his show in the 3 o'clock hour. So Matt will be on this afternoon. You can always give him a call at 847-931-1410. But we can spread Tradio throughout the programming. We always share information with you. Morning show, Matt's show, midday show too. So this caller from the Genoa area has a 40-gallon hot water heater available, a chandelier made by Hampton Bay that he wants $30 for, and a rototiller that he's asking $100 for. Phone number in Genoa is 815-904-5788. That's 815-904-5788 to call that long-time Tradio caller. 12:39 here at WRMN. A couple of more news stories for you. Brandon Johnson's lost his right-hand man in Chicago. Former Elgin High grad, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. His chief of staff, Richard Guidis, is that how you say his last name? Is resigning at the end of the month, which is coming up very soon, you might know. The mayor's office announced yesterday in its biggest personnel shakeup so far. Trouble in the mayor's office, or did Richard Guidis just want to go back to being retired? Johnson's deputy chief of staff, progressive former state Senator Christina Paccioni Zayas, will take over the top spot after Guidis leaves, according to a source close to the administration. His departure on April the 1st will come less than a year after the longtime City Hall veteran was tapped by Johnson, then mayor-elect, to help steer the fledgling progressive administration. The news was first broken by Politico Illinois. So Brandon Johnson's chief of staff, Richard Guidis, stepping down in just a few days. And the local elections are still being 100% determined. Most of them are pretty well decided. And we'll be talking more about the local elections in the months to come as we work into the general election in November. That's when it'll really get hot and heavy with the Republicans against the Democrats at the local level. And we'll certainly give both parties involved equal opportunity to jump on here on WRMN and plead their case as to why they are your perfect candidate. Bill Roth was an apparent winner in the District 12 Republican Party seat for the Kane County Board, fending off a challenge from Michelle Green. Roth a winner and will likely face Democrat Ricky Rivard in the fall. Also, Eric Stair, a fellow Elgin Township trustee, was a winner in the Kane County Board District 16 as he was able to outlast longtime South Elgin legend Mike Kenyon. Eric Stair worked very hard, and he was able to outlast Mike Kenyon. But thank you, Mike Kenyon, for all your great years of service, and I know we haven't seen the end of you. He's always around, he's always active, and he means a lot to us here in this area. Mike Kenyon. Eric Stair, up-and-comer, and he's going to move to the Kane County Board if he can beat the Democrat. That's Ted Penesis, who he will face in November. We'll keep an eye on the elections over the next several months as we head towards November. It's 12:42 here at WRMN. We'll take this break, come back with the final portion of the show, some First Shift 411. I'll let you know what's happening on the radio shopping show today. And we'll finish with this portion of the show. But around the corner, we have Sonar, the Savant Green, and Bendemonium Boquist in the house for hour 2 of the show between 1 and 2. It's out to lunch. It's a Thursday. It's WRMN, AM 1410. And we are at WRMN Radio on YouTube. And we shall be right back. You never know what or who you'll hear from on the first shift with me, Marky B. Like Tim Sconing, a WRMN news reporter back in the 1960s.
The jingles you all played, they were purchased by Dick Sutter. He was at some radio convention. He came back with this reel. I remember them playing that in the studio. We were so excited. We thought we were network now. And it's the same jingles today.
That's great.
Every time I hear them, I get excited about it.
I'm sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Fun times on the first shift, right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hey parents, are you searching for the ultimate spring break and summer solution for your kids? Look no further than Adrenaline Monkeys Adventure Camp in West Dundee. The week-long camps are ideal for ages 5 through 12. They're packed with exciting activities like obstacle courses, climbing, and educational demos. Look for full or half-day options to keep your kids active and engaged. Enroll now for spring break and summer 2024 at adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD and transform their time off into unforgettable adventures.
For an absolutely amazing meal and attentive smiling staff, try Red Ox Restaurant and Bar in Hampshire. They have a delicious Friday night fish fry. There's so many great dishes on the menu that'll keep you returning. Try their savory French onion soup. Then for your main course, choose from a wide variety of steaks and chops, fried chicken, shrimp, or juicy prime rib, done just the way you like it. Red Ox also has daily specials and a full bar for you and your friends. Visit redoxhampshire.com today.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300.
$100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply.
Member FDIC.
You never know what you might hear in the morning on the first shift with Marky B and friends. And for many years now, Mark's best friend on the radio has been his radio partner, Larry Jones, who joins him Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. And they really do seem to get along swell.
The summer just got away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We look forward to summer for so long.
I don't think I want to live like somewhere where it's never cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe have 9 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9 months summer, 3 months winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about a 7-2-1-2 split? Yeah.
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 Like 7 months of summer.
Yeah.
2 fall, 1 winter.
Yeah.
So we can have that taste of winter and Christmas.
You know, that's not a bad formula, Mark.
Yeah.
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 News, weather, traffic, sports, and local information and entertainment in the Fox River Valley. It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Yeah. 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 Larry's back tomorrow morning with me at 7 o'clock here at WRMN. Yeah. Yeah. Listening to tomorrow's show. Jake's will be here too, and we'll try to kick back and have a good time. I haven't had my partner all week. Larry's been out, hasn't been feeling well, but I've been kind of flying solo a lot during the first shift this week, but that's okay. I'm never really flying solo because I have all of the great first shift responders that say hey and contribute every day on YouTube or via VIT message, where you can always send me a message at 901-647-1240. We got some great service clubs here in the area. Steve Thorne tells you about some of them during his Friday show. The Senior Community Spotlight Show and Stevie T will be back tomorrow morning at 9:30 here at WRMN. And I'm sure he'll touch on a few of the fish fries, Turners, and whatnot, the Eagles Club, and the Owls. I'm a member of the Moose Lodge, 799 McLean Boulevard in Elgin. I got my daily text. If you're a member of the Moose Lodge, this is what's on the agenda for today. NCAA tournament action. Illinois plays in a little bit, right? They play at like 2:10 today. Yep, 2:10. The Fighting Illini play. The kitchen will be open from 5:30 until 8 at the Moose Lodge. What the heck's going on here in front of my eyes? Like cars are going the same direction in both lanes. 2:10 this afternoon. Kitchen opens 5:30 until 8. The special is the sub sandwich with chips, and I have to say, that if you are a Moose Lodge member and you have not gotten the sub sandwich yet, I think it's my favorite thing at the Moose Lodge. You kind of build your own sub. They make it nice and beefy for you, and you can eat about half of it and take the other half home. Your choice of meats and cheeses are at the Moose Lodge today between 5:30 and 8. Become a member of the Moose Lodge. They, of course, serve the kids at Moose Heart, and they do good things as all of our service clubs do around here. My friend Mark Smith, commander from the American Legion, checks in every morning during the first shift. Tonight is Burger Night at the American Legion at 820 North Liberty Street. They, too, will have some basketball on this afternoon, and they're going to play Lightning. Gordy and Jerry, tonight from 6:30 until 8:30 with Lightning, and Burger Night from 5:30 until 7:30. American Legion, Post 57 on Liberty Street here on the east side of Elgin. You're listening to a little bit of First Shift 411. That's how we're going to spend the final few minutes of this show, catching up on a few events going on around the area. Let me start by giving you the updated weather forecast. We're looking at 35 chilly degrees this hour. I really haven't even stepped outside today. I think I'm going to go for my daily run right after the show here today. Winds are calm, and we're headed for a high of about 42 before some snow rolls in the middle of the night tonight. Snow likely during the first shift tomorrow. Could be a snowy show. 32 for tonight's overnight low, with 41 being the high temperature tomorrow, and 100% chance of snow, eventually possibly converting over to rain in the afternoon. 41 is your expected high for a Friday. Snow could cause just enough of a problem during the morning commute tomorrow morning, so you might want to give yourself a little bit of extra time if you can tomorrow morning in case it becomes kind of snowy during the morning drive. Tomorrow night, rain and snow is likely to taper off, mostly cloudy and very chilly, a low of 25 degrees. And then for Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of only 38. Sunday's high 44 with an isolated snow shower possible. And then we stay above freezing on Sunday night with the overnight low of 37. Monday, rain is in the forecast. A chance of rain with a high of 57. Better chance of rain on Tuesday with a high of 52. Looks like Tuesday could be kind of a rainy day. Monday looks like a decent day, maybe a little rain at some point, but 57. Right now, 35 degrees and overcast skies. Winds are calm. It is 9 before 1 here at WRMN. Coming up at 2, Straight Money Talk. Listen in for some good money, advice, and information from the finance world between 2 and 3 this afternoon. Here locally, we are celebrating our 75th year of being on the air. Columbia College of Missouri is celebrating, well, I'm not sure it's their 75th year, but they work in conjunction with ECC, and Elgin Community College is celebrating their 75th year as well. And the Columbia College works along with ECC. The Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education is not a place for them. Columbia College can prove you otherwise. Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you, so check out Columbia College if you're looking for a future. Columbia College of Missouri, Elgin campus. Your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu. That's ccis.edu. Make sure the pets are vaccinated. 2024 Kane County Animal Control offers low-cost drive-through rabies vaccines and a microchip clinic. The next one is going to be available for seniors Saturday, April the 27th from 10 in the morning until 1 p.m. at 4060 Kesslinger Road in Geneva. It's the first Kane County Animal Control of 2024 drive-through rabies vaccine and microchip clinic. And again, that's at 4060 Kesslinger Road, Geneva. No appointment is necessary that day. Cash and check are accepted. If you are a senior, 65 years and older, your pet's rabies vaccine is only $15. $15 if you're a senior, 65 or older. If you have any questions, call 630-232-3555. 630-232-3555. You're listening to First Shift 411 here in the middle of the day. Tomorrow on the show, we're going to have a guest for a little bit at 12:30. Dr. Richard Renteria is going to stop by. He was on the First Shift a few months ago, and he's going to be presenting a little seminar at the Elgin Township building next Thursday night. Interact and meet Dr. Robert J. Renteria next Thursday night, but tomorrow you can meet him a little bit by listening to him here during Out to Lunch. From the Barrio to the Boardroom, that's a book he wrote. And he basically wants to teach kids to don't let where you came from dictate who you are. Let it be a part of who you become. That's a message that could resonate with a lot of people, a lot of kids here in the Fox River Valley, Elgin in particular, with a lot of youngsters, recent asylums and recently coming to our city. And who knows what some of these backgrounds have included, but it doesn't matter as long as you appreciate where you come from and learn how you can have a successful life. Dr. Robert J. Renteria. He'll join us tomorrow in the 12:30 segment and tell us about his book a little bit. And if you go to this seminar next Thursday night at the Elgin Township, maybe you can bring your son or grandson or daughter and have them become a Cub Scout. The Elgin Township is trying to sponsor a brand new Cub Scout pack if they can get enough kids. The mission of the Boy Scouts of America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetimes by instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and Scout Law. So become a Cub Scout pack member if you're a kid. And all boys and girls age 1st through 5th grade are welcome. And again, it's all part of the same seminar next Thursday over at the Elgin Township, 729 South McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Call them an RSVP, please, at 847-741-2045. 847-741-2045. A lot of good things happen over at the Township, where I'm proud to be a trustee on the Township Board. And I want to mention one more thing going on at the Township. And that would be, if I can find it here. It doesn't look like I can find it here. Yes, sure I can. Hang on a second here. I'll find it. I had it a short time ago. Give the gift of a second chance. We heard Drew Sosnowski talking about it on last Friday's show when we did Out to Lunch Live from Image 360. Don't let the stigma behind opioid overdoses keep you from learning how to potentially save a loved one who accidentally takes on too much pain medication. RSVP to be a part of this seminar. Please do it today. The seminar is this Saturday, 48 hours at 1:30 as a matter of fact. Give the gift of a second chance. Call that same number I just gave you over at the Township, 847-741-2045. And the seminar for giving the gift of a second chance, learning how to help treat somebody who has an opioid overdose, is this Saturday afternoon, 1:30, over at the Elgin Township building. If you have any First Shift 411 you want me to spread here on the show, whether it's on the morning show or here on Out to Lunch, you certainly are welcome to email me at mark@WRMN1410.com. That's mark@WRMN1410.com. And I'll get the email and I'll print it out. And if it's something that I know that our general audience might be concerned about or interested in attending, I will share it on the air. 1257 here on the show. We're down to our final 2 minutes. Don't forget the radio shopping show. It comes your way at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Call 847-931-1410 to join Matt today. He's available right now over in Redemption if you want to come visit us. We'll have a lot more to look at as our radio station develops in the coming months. Thanks to our director, Dean DeLaley, and our friend Sonar the Savant, and the rest of our staff, we're building a nice station for you and taking things to the next level here in our 75th year of existence. And you can place a shopping show order right now by calling the Redemption Center at 847-741-7700. And don't forget, that today on the radio shopping show, it's 30% off of the already marked down prices.
Celebrating 70 years of serving the Fox River Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM is proud to inform and entertain you every day with great local shows that keep you connected with the people in your community, like the Radio Shopping Show, where listeners are encouraged to let us know about their experiences with our business partners.
I usually go to Tripleberry during the week. It's not so busy. I had my normal lumberjack omelet. It's like a meat lover's omelet, and their fries are awesome. Just the texture of it, they're a little crisp, soft on the inside. I mean, really good.
The voice of the Valley and the home of the Radio Shopping Show. You are listening to WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 1 o'clock.
With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Prevnar. The Elgin City Council met last night. If you didn't get a chance to see the meeting, you can find the meeting on the City of Elgin YouTube channel. It's also on the city's on-demand video page, elginvideo.cityofelgin.org. Honoring its 150-year legacy, a massive crowd gathered at Gail Borden Library in Elgin to celebrate its impact on the community this past Tuesday. Mayor David Kaplan praised the institution, calling it possibly the best of its kind in the nation. He punctuated the library's significance by dubbing 2024 as the Gail Borden Library Year. In the Republican primary for District 12 seat on the Kane County Board, Bill Roth seems to have earned victory over challenger Michelle Geen. With all the votes counted, Roth had 87 more votes than Geen, totaling around 756. With your AM 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Total by Verizon is wireless that goes all in for you. That means unlimited 5G data powered by Verizon, priced by us at $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan. And as always, no contracts. Sounds pretty hard to beat, but all in is all in. So we added international calling to fill the year with more, hey girl, because it can't be total unless it's all in. Find a store and exclusive deals at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate with autopay discount beginning the month after you enroll plus taxes and fees. Additional restrictions apply. See website for data management practices and full terms.
Progressive asks, what do a late-night pizza craving?
Pizza place. Can I get 1 large pepperoni pizza?
A newly licensed teen delivery driver. A guaranteed delivery time or its free offer. And your front fence have in common?
Uh-oh.
That's my fence! They can turn your stomach upside down in under 30 minutes.
I'm still getting a tip, right?
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive for great savings and round-the-clock protection.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Thirst-quenching craft beers await you on tap at the Spotted Fox Ale House in St. Charles, with food and drink specials daily. Stop in on Tuesdays for half-off Black Angus burgers and $4 nitro drafts. Fridays feature the Spotted Fox Atlantic Cod Fish Fry. It's hand-dipped in Blue Moon batter, giving it a light, crispy coating, and served on a bed of fries. Grab your boots for country line dancing Saturdays. Watch all the games at the Spotted Fox. Spotted Fox is now hiring, so stop by and apply. Check out SpottedFoxAlehouse.com.
The Triple Berry Cafe of Crystal Lake offers incredible breakfast and lunch options for you, and now the coffee bar is open for you to enjoy. Stop in and enjoy a relaxing cup of coffee in a peaceful setting, and if you're hungry, the Triple Berry Cafe is ready to provide you with homemade goodness. Enjoy omelets, skillets, pancakes, crepes, waffles, and much more for breakfast. Stop in at the Triple Berry Cafe for lunch and enjoy signature sandwiches, burgers, wraps, salads, and healthy options are available as well. Triple Berry Cafe, just off Randall Road in Crystal Lake. Now with a coffee bar.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The Bulls visit the Rockets tonight. Quick trip down to Texas before they return home to host the Celtics on Saturday. Chicago's 1-2 in a row. They're 34-35. 9th in the East with a 3.5-game lead over 10th place Atlanta. Illinois men's hoops battles Morehead State today. 2:10 Central tip-off at the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Illini coach Brad Underwood.
This group is very healthy. We're playing our best basketball. I feel like
we're whole.
East Regional action tomorrow from Boston. Northwestern battles Florida Atlantic. That's an 11:15 a.m. tip-off. The Blackhawks visit the Ducks tonight. Chicago opened up their West Coast road trip with a 6-2 loss at Los Angeles. The Hawks had won 3 of 4. The trip continues Saturday at San Jose. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's BABBEL.com.
Psst. Hey, I have a secret. I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant because more than just my armpits stink.
Oh, can I use it where my bra rubs under my...
Oh, yeah.
And what about down there? You know, my...
Totally. 4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend it. So I tried it, and now I get 72 hours of freshness. From my pits to my...
Ooh.
You never know what you might hear in the morning on the first shift with Marky B and friends. And for many years now, Mark's best friend on the radio has been his radio partner, Larry Jones, who joins him Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. And they really do seem to get along swell.
The summer just got away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We look forward to summer for so long.
I don't think I want to live like somewhere where it's never cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you have 9 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9 months summer, 3 months winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about a 7-2-1-2 split? Yeah.
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 Like 7 months of summer.
Yeah.
2 fall, 1 winter.
Yeah.
So we can have that taste of winter and Christmas.
You know, that's not a bad formula, Mark.
Yeah.
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 News, weather, traffic, sports, and local information and entertainment in the Fox River Valley. It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Welcome back to WRMN 1410. You're listening to Out to Lunch. Out to Lunch. Take WRMN out to lunch with you right here on the dial, on the web, WRMN 1410, or our YouTube Live, which is a great cue for me to turn on my camera. That's right, camera. You think, oh, radio station, why would they have a camera? Well, YouTube, why we have a camera, right? That's the way we've got it right there. WRMN is going into a new digital era where we are going to be broadcasting everywhere, and not just digitally everywhere, not just terrestrially everywhere. We are going to be physically everywhere. Just last week, we were at a whole bunch of places, plethora of places, and my buddy, the best executive producer in all of talk radio land, Bendemonium Boquist, he was at those places. How was it, buddy?
Awesome, man. Yeah, 2 days in a row we did live remotes, one at Elgin Public House and then next at Image 360, our local sign makers here in Elgin. And awesome stuff. You know, it's always cool to, first of all, the namesake of our show, lunch, out to lunch. Mm-hmm. It's always cool to have lunch.
Exactly.
Lunch is a delicious thing.
Yeah, you had sandwiches over at the Image 360.
Yeah. That's the second remote that we did. Yeah, that beautifully catered by Moretti's. I think I said Mariano's last week on the radio, so I wanted to correct that. But regardless, it's great for us to get out in the community and meet everybody doing awesome things with their business or organizations. Otherwise, whatever they're doing with their time, we love to get out and give you a spotlight and some extra production value for your business. Spotlight what's going on. And last week was an awesome first check out to the the community here.
Yeah, we've got a couple different systems that we're testing out. Ben and I have been doing live streams and live just production out there in the world for years and years and years. We drove all the way out to Arizona for the Super Bowl when it was happening, I guess 2 Super Bowls ago. Right there in Press Row, did live streams for all of that. Just rubbing elbows with players and other people in the media. It was a really fun time. I look forward to doing that again. We just got off the phone just earlier today with the guy that we do his podcast, Marcus Ogden. Get Authentic with Marcus Ogden. Yeah. He played for the Ravens. And we're starting to get a few more of those NFL players back in the mix for what we do here. That's right. WRMN is moving into much more than just the radio, much more than just 1410. And if you want to stay abreast of everything WRMN is doing, make sure you follow us. Find us out there in the internet. You can either Google WRMN. You can ask your Google. I mean, we all talk to Google every once in a while. Google, what's this date? Google how much is 53 divided by 403 or whatever else. I don't do math on the air. But WRMN, the voice of the valley, the talk of the town, and the home of radio shopping, has daily deals. If you want to check out those daily deals, WRMN1410.com. Celebrate Thursday, March 21st. 30% off. Take 30% off already marked down prices. And do not forget the bingo card. So what that means with 30% off, I mean, see, I'm trying to do math again, Ben. I'm always forcing myself. But here's some easy math for you. Usually, you get your bingo card for $15. You spend $15 at the radio shopping side. Call in with Matt from 3 to 6. Get that bingo card for $15. Not today. Earn your bingo card with every $10 order. You spend $10 with WRMN, and you will get signed up for that bingo card. We are going to do Game Day. Game Day is going to happen on Friday, next Friday, the 29th. We are going to be sitting in here with Leah. Leah does some great programming on Fridays, one-on-one with Leah. But we are going to be doing Game Day, which I am excited for because this is, I was kind of here for the last Game Day. I was floating around, but I get to participate in this one. Ooh, it's going to be so much fun.
Can you cue me into this Game Day?
Game Day. So, bingo cards. If you spend $15 or more, not today. Today you spend $10, you get a bingo card. And what happens is throughout Game Day, we do some trivia. We will announce those bingo spots. And you call in. You call in to get your bingo card. You call in to receive your prize for winning the bingo card. And there are cash prizes.
Ooh, okay.
Cash prizes. A rotating $75 that jumps if nobody wins on that game day. That $75 gets stacked on top of each other and goes from there. I think somebody won it towards the end of the broadcast last month. And so I think it's reset right back to $75, but still $75 in your pocket after you have already saved so much to get your bingo card in the first place. My goodness, why not start now? Sign up for your key tag, sign up for radio shopping, WRMN1410.com, where you can shop 24 hours a day. But if you want to give us a call, if you want to talk with Matt over at the Redemption Center, Matt's in there right now, 16 Douglas Elgin, if you want to come by, like West Side Freddie did. He came by to say hi to us.
Awesome.
16 Douglas. Right here, come meet the staff, come shake hands with people, and save some dollars there. Or you can give them a call, 847-741-7700. Again, that is 847-741-7700. I was listening to our show yesterday because, I mean, you have to. If you're a good broadcaster, you
got to
listen to
listen
our
to it
show.
back. Listen to your content.
yes, we are all narcissists to some degree here in media, but I don't listen to my show just to hear my voice.
It's
for
not for
another hour.
entertainment. Let's say that.
it's to grade myself. And one of the grades that I gave myself yesterday, first off, if those of you playing at home, essentially is my crutch word. So I said that at least 14, 15 times in the hour. And then I also noticed I was only giving out the number once and really fast. 847-931-1410. 847-931-1410. 847-931-1410. I just kept banging it out. Instead of like, no, come talk to me. 847-931-1410. Right?
Well, yeah, it's, getting calls. We're not used to this getting calls thing. So we come from. That's
true.
At least me personally. We do other people's podcasts. They get the calls.
They do. They get the calls. The other thing is the radio stations that you and I have rescued in the past did not have a listenership. WRMN has such a great, loyal listenership that I love hearing from everybody. Mm-hmm. All of the first shifters throughout it. As Son do things as well, the YouTube channel for that.
Father and Son do everything.
Yeah, Father and Son do everything.
Yeah.
Hearing them come in.
Hey, Honkers.
Hey, Honkers Log. Thanks a lot. Every time that you pass Douglas Street here on 14 and we're live, which if the sun is out, we pretty much like to do it. Let's see here. Wendy Edwards comes in on the YouTube side. That's also where you can listen to us, WRMN Radio. Bingo. I love game day. I am a participant of bingo and the shopping show since 1982. I help out in the bingo game. We appreciate your help, Wendy, and we look forward to the game day as well. I think it's going to be fun. Who doesn't like bingo, right? Who doesn't like to just shout that out?
That's
bingo!
Yeah, you gotta. Don't say that in a crowded theater, though.
No,
everyone will think that they're playing bingo. Then it'll scare everybody. Wait, are we playing bingo right now? So. A little meta.
Don't yell fire in a crowded room, and don't yell bingo.
Don't yell bingo in an old folks home. It's against the rules.
Oh my goodness.
I think again, give us a call. I think we just gotta. We're still in the feeling out phase of people interacting with our show. I know we're the new guys over on this station. I think you've been doing a great job with the show, Sonar. Just being on it right now, I feel like giving you
thank you.
praises.
Thank you.
I think it's the best show.
It's the best show right here, right now. The show that you're doing currently is the best show. And if you want a show, if you want something like that, just like Ben and I were talking about, we can help you with that. Westside Fred came over to talk about his band, and they're just down the street where they do the worship practice and things like that. And we're going to see if we can do a couple live streams with him and maybe a couple other things here as the summer progresses. But you know how we like to do our bits over here, Ben, and one of the bits that I like is called Hat Trick. We got 3 things in the news about 3 different subjects that are all about the same subject, right?
Sure.
Well, what do you mean by that, Sonar? That's rather confusing. No, it is the hat trick for today are airlines.
Understand.
We got 3 different stories for airlines that just dropped in the last 24 hours, 2 about Delta, and then 1 about United. But they're all about airplanes, and that's what our hat trick bit is all about today. So just to tease one of them, let's do the United flight first, and then once we come back from break, we'll give you the rest of the Deltas. United flights, the San Francisco, so the SFO incidents aren't problematic, experts say. 2 aviation experts say they see no concerning pattern for would-be flyers at SFO. The FFA is investigating several other incidents involving planes that departed from or landed in San Francisco this month. United Boeing 777-200 heading to Osaka, Japan, received an engine start alert while taxiing. So that's what's happening is, and that's from the San Francisco Standard that's there. They're saying, hey, don't worry about that. A hydraulic leak, a missing panel, a tire falling off a plane, a series of recent incidents involving United Airlines flights departing from or arriving at San Francisco International Airport has raised concerns about flying, but aviation experts cautioned that the cluster may be coincidences and that air travel is still extremely safe. How do you feel about that? Most of these things, all three of those things was either a flight into or out of SFO.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it really comes down to what we've been harping on for years. Or I mean, at least since we started talking in this show format, procedurally. You know, it's one of those things. It's a indicator of the industry as a whole. I think it says a lot about just in general the way that people matter.
Yeah.
You know, like the people who have jobs like this are the important people. And when there's problems like this, they're gonna be blamed for them. So at the end of the day, these are the kinds of things that happen that you learn from in that industry. It's a very stringent industry, taking care of maintenance for airplanes.
Yeah.
And it's very by the book. So if there's a problem, they're going to figure it out.
And it takes time. We talked about this, too, about how, and I keep saying that we talked about it, not with you, listeners of WRMN, so that's why we're going to talk about it with you now. But if you think about this, the maintenance worker, the person that keeps your building, let's look at that, office building, or maybe you live in a condo or an apartment or something, these are the people that maintain all of the things. And you look at it and you say, oh, they haven't fixed this light in 3 weeks. Now imagine if that's a door screw on a airplane. Oh, they haven't fixed or tightened this door screw in 3 weeks. And yes, it may be laziness. It may be, oh, okay, well, they're not doing their job completely. But also, as we've seen in the railroad industry, it is a lot of pressure to check these things and write them down. So I don't know about you, but it takes time to write something down. I can say something a lot faster than I can write something. I can think something a lot faster than I can write something. So when somebody has to go through these inspections, they have to look at every single thing and write it down as it happens. Now, what if I only give you 15 seconds to do each and every one of those? Can you inspect a thing, think about how it is set up, and write it down in 15 seconds so that you can go check the next thing?
Yeah, the larger, corporate structure always wants to say we're eliminating all mistakes from happening. And also we gotta make it as fast as possible, your productivity and this and that.
Exactly. So, and who doesn't like to sit on the old taxi as it's taxiing over? You're listening to Out to Lunch. Let's give a shout out to Miss Edwards again. Hi, Wendy. Talk all about a week. Yeah, Push band. That's right. That's West Side Fred's band. Go and listen to them. They have a YouTube page as well. You can go and look and search for them. Push Worship Band, I believe, is what you got to look for on there. You're listening to Out to Lunch. My name is Dennis Sonar Green, here with Bendemonium Boquist. Find us both on the internets by searching. Yeah, while you're there, WRMN1410.com. Got the deals.
WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left, then it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better. We are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
Hop on over to Lamb's Farm in Libertyville for a delicious bunny brunch on Friday, March 29th or Saturday, March 30th. Enjoy a delicious buffet at the Magnolia Cafe and Bakery. Then take a walk over to the Bunny Patch in the Visitor Center for crafts and a special visit with the Easter Bunny. Call the Magnolia Cafe and Bakery at Lamb's Farm for reservations for the Bunny Brunch at 847-362-5050. Visit lambsfarm.org for more information. Hippity hop!
Click this link now to review my bank transfer. I didn't make a bank transfer. Ugh, another phishing message. Are you frustrated by these too? So much of our lives are online today. To make sure my information is protected, I checked out CISA's Secure Our World resources. They've got 4 simple ways we can stay safe online. First, learn to recognize and report phishing. Next, create a strong, unique password for each online account, and use a password manager if you can. Then turn on multi-factor authentication for extra security, and you'll receive a code when logging in. And finally, turn on automatic software updates for convenience and safety. Click here to track my delivery. Another phishing message. But now I know how to protect myself from scammers, and you can learn too. Go to CISA at cisa.gov/Secure Our World for more quick, easy tips to be safer online.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a huge variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes and buys top quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting food. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fast. Visit beefvilla.com.
Warm up this winter and introduce your friends to Viator Coffee at the Food Hall in downtown Elgin. Viator Coffee has a winter menu that includes 6 new coffee drinks with names like Little Wolf, Tartan Tonic, and Merry Mint Mocha. Plus, there's a whole new lineup of baked goods too. Viator Coffee provides you with amazing flavors and customer service, so relax and savor a cup in a place that offers a new level of coffee drinks and service within a peaceful, relaxing space. Visit ViatorCoffeeCart.com. If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Welcome back to WRMN 1410 AM. That's right. That's on the dial right there. I know I don't have to tell you. You're already listening there at 1410. Oh, I had to tell the people on YouTube Live the people on the digital side, they don't necessarily have AM radios all the time. But you do walk around with a television, a radio, a camera, just everything in your phone, and you can tell it to listen to WRMN 1410 as well. There is an app. You can listen to the entire station there. You could also go to WRMN1410.com and listen live. While you're listening live, check out the daily deals. That's right. WRMN is the home of radio shopping. You can find the daily deals at WRMN1410.com. Today's daily deal, really simple, nice and easy for you, 30% off. That's a great deal. That's a great little deal right there. And that is 30% off on top of anything else that you've got in there. I believe, I've got to double check, but I think we still have the Shamrock promo code sitting in there too. I'd have to verify that, but I believe we kept it on all week. So just check it out, Shamrock, one word, and put it into that promo code as well. You get the deals when you listen, but you can always shop online and see some of those online deals. Again, WRMN1410.com. Also today, another special because we are coming to the close of the month. Earn your bingo card every $10 order. So come in, spend $10 with Matt at 3 to 6 with the drive time deal with Matt McNeil, and spend $10, then call right back up and spend another $10, and you'll make sure that you get your 2 bingo cards for, but 1 bingo for every $10 order as it comes in.
I thought you had bingo because you said bingo.
Oh, I said bingo too many times. I should just say BINGO. Or NGO. That's something.
That's how you play that. Uh-huh.
That's it. 30% off already marked down prices. So the daily deals right there, WRMN 1410. Like I said, you can talk with Matt McNeil at 3 o'clock, or you can come see us at the Redemption Center, 16 Douglas. Every time you drive past 16 and 14 Douglas, make sure you give us a honk so we know that you're listening live. 16 Douglas, you can go and meet them, pick up your gift certificates. We can always send them out to you as well. Or if you want to talk with somebody and get some shopping done right there, 847-741-7700 will take you directly to the office, and the Redemption Center is right behind it. Studio 14, 847-931-1410 is where we're having a conversation right now. We have a great bit that we like to do sometimes, Ben and I, called the Hat Trick. And today's hat trick is all airlines. We just talked about the San Francisco Standard had just put out a report about how 3 of the different just plane pieces falling off or things leaking or anything like that have come out of or flown into San Francisco. If you want to read that article, again, it's from the San Francisco Standard. San Francisco Standard has a centered bias, and they're not around long enough for the factuality.
One thing I'm realizing, San Francisco, headquarters of Star Trek.
It is. It is. They are always trying to blow up the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right.
So me and the boss lady are walking through Star Trek right now.
Which one? Yeah, which series?
So just a leader in, I played the J.J. Abrams movies.
Perfect.
I said this is okay. It's got a good overall arching of a couple different movies, and I said this is an alternate reality. But in like all 3 of those movies, they were trying to blow up the Golden Gate Bridge. And if you've got flying cars, like what is the bridge even for anymore at that point? Like I don't know. It was just odd. It was essentially a monument. But they're always trying to blow up the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know why. Aliens just like any other aliens in America or anything like that, they're always attacking New York, right? Transformers, I think, attacked Chicago. So there's some representation there. But Star Trek, yeah, it's always the Golden Gate Bridge.
That was only because how appealing it is to film in Chicago.
That's true. That's true. Batman, Transformers. I get it. So the other two stories, I suppose, to round out this hat trick, and feel free to call into the studio. Studio 14 is 847-931-1410. Let's talk about a couple people getting in trouble on Delta. Delta pilot gets 10-month jail sentence for drinking before Scotland to New York City flight. This comes from Fox Business. They lean a little bit to the right, but of course they still have their high factuality on the Fox Business side. Where am I getting all of these ratings and things? Ad Fontes Media, Mediaite. There's a lot of different places that you can grade your news sources. If you want to know more about biases in the media, listen to essentially this show anytime. I'll tell you all about it. But Lawrence Russell, 63, pled guilty to reporting for duty as a pilot while exceeding the prescribed blood alcohol limit. Let's see here. Sheriff Alson Sterling told a court Tuesday that Lawrence Russell arrived at the airport with a bag that was flagged by security and found to contain 2 bottles of Jägermeister, one of which was open and was just under half filled. Prior to his arrest I believe it was, they of course just updated my ads, June 16th of 23. So essentially this guy was just drinking, took some road sodas with him into the bag, and some sky picked one up, man. Jeez. Woo! Get some. Could you really call them roadies at that time? Right. Like you take some road sodas with you?
Yeah, the sky sips.
Sky sips. I think that's better.
Yeah, so to relate back to the first story, it goes, you have ground rules, you have expectations, you have rules, and then you need to enforce them. It's one of the most stringently looked at and regulated careers, being a pilot. So they drug test these guys like crazy, to the effect that their caffeine levels, they're taking a lot of account of how pilots are while they're operating these vehicles.
And he was in Scotland. I've been drinking in Scotland before. I mean, it could kind of get away from you, but I mean, you don't do it when you got to work the next day, right? Like, what are we doing here?
Every industry has their, alcoholic kind of, segment of the people who do that. If you just look across the United States, a lot of people drink alcohol regularly.
Yeah,
and it's it's a normal thing. So
Russell was wearing a pilot's uniform and a Delta Airlines lanyard when his baggage was rejected by the X-ray machine due to the volume of liquids within it.
Well, that's just a rookie move.
So obviously what he should have really done was just drink all of it, and then he wouldn't have gotten in trouble, right? 2 bottles of Jaeger down, and they're like, oh, okay, well, now I'm taking bottles home with me.
Yeah, I guess. Or just don't have the first half of the bottle. Yeah, you got to know at least.
Do you ever drink Jaeger straight?
You have to. It has to be chilled.
Like most of the time, it's like a bomb or
it's a good mixer.
Or it's a mixer of some sort. But straight, yeah, we're out of our drinking ages, right? But yeah, that was him. What do you think about 10 months?
10 months behind bars?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, you can't be messing around like that. It's industry standard to know that you can't be a sloppy person. And if you're going to drink alcohol, do it responsibly. So, yeah, just giving a bad name to people who drink alcohol, in my opinion.
So the So Sterling, the I believe that is the officer, sheriff, says you were shown the bottles of alcohol and said that you had not drunk recently, but that you had been drinking the previous evening, she continued. You were required to give a breath sample, and you failed. You were upset about that.
Just a narration.
The flight you were due to make to New York had to be canceled, and you are remorseful for the inconvenience that caused your employer and the passengers on that flight. So what she's alleging, this is the sheriff that was part of it. Delta Airlines told Fox Business on Wednesday that it was aware of this incident and removed the pilot from service while conducting a thorough investigation in coordination with Scottish authorities. So he was arrested and charged in Scotland. He probably will spend 10 months in Scotland jail.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's you can't.
You didn't break the law in the United States. Like, you broke the law in Scotland.
It's the law of the skies that the extradition. It's a whole different thing.
Does international law apply to like you know how you get out into international waters and there is no law?
Yeah.
Does it count for transatlantic flights? Maybe. Okay. Anyway,
again, highly regulated, and I think it's just somewhat internationally agreed upon. That I mean, if you look at extradition of stuff, that's a lot of times when people are wanted or are trying not to get extradited. A lot of times it happens at airports and in transfers of this over the airlines and stuff like that. That's mostly where how break it deep down, like with Snowden.
Yeah.
He was trying to go somewhere and ended up in Russia, and they revoked his stuff.
That guy doesn't even go like a mile within a bus stop just in case. Same thing with Assange. That's the other side. That's 2 out of 3 for our hat trick. Don't forget, you can find all of the information about WRMN 1410 at WRMN1410.com. When we come back, we're going to finish out the hat trick, the 3rd airline article that's come out in the last 24 hours. That's the hat trick. You're listening to Out to Lunch. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. On the other side of the table from me is Bendemonium Boquist. Find both of us on the internet. Don't listen to the stuff yet. Listen to us now, and then later maybe listen to some of the things we've done. WRMN 1410. We'll be right back after this.
Dine out with family and friends at Nick's Pizza in Elgin or Crystal Lake. Nick serves up award-winning thin crust and Chicago-style pizza. Eat in or carry out. In addition to Nick's fabulous pizza, let Nick's cater your events with pizza, pasta, Italian beef, and other delicious offerings. Their big banquet rooms can accommodate all your event needs. So, for great pizza in a Northwoods, cabin-style atmosphere, bring family and friends to Nick's. Visit nickspizzapub.com.
Hit the open road and experience the fresh air of Wisconsin at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Mount Horeb. This award-winning hotel is just outside Madison. Mount Horeb is known as the troll capital of the world. Families can go on a troll hunt through the historic downtown or check out Cave of the Mounds just minutes down the road. The Grand Stay offers a beautiful pool and a hot tub with year-round fun. Visit grandstaymounthoreb.com today to schedule your visit.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter the time of the day, WRMN 1410 AM is your platform to voice your views, share your stories, and connect with the Valley like never before. We're more than just radio. We're a community conversation that's always live, always local, and always looking for your input. Want to chime in on the drive time deal with Matt McNeil? Got a hot tip for first shift with Marky B? Or maybe you've got a question for a one-on-one with Leah. Now's the time to make your voice heard by calling Studio 14 at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. You can join in the dialogue from wherever you are by commenting on our YouTube live streams at WRMN Radio. Hit the subscribe button to get notified when we go live and bring your comments to the table. It's easy, it's fun, and hey, it's what neighbors do. We talk, we listen, we engage. You're not just the audience, you're part of the show. Call in, comment, and let's make radio interactive. WRMN 1410 AM, where your words are part of our wavelength.
WRMN has proudly served the Fox River Valley for over 70 years. We're located at 14 Douglas Avenue in downtown Elgin. Right next to Studio 14 is our store known as the Redemption Center. You are always invited to stop by and see us to live large for less. The Redemption Center is the place to pick up your on-air orders, shop for certificates, and grab some brochures to learn about what we have to offer. Our Redemption Center phone number is 847-741-7700.
Renata's Old Salem Cafe is now Renata's German restaurant with old family recipes for delicious Bavarian dinners. Renata's is also known for breakfast and lunch. Renata's German restaurant has fresh baked German pastries. For a hearty breakfast, try Renata's for pancakes, skillets, and more. They've also set the standard for catering excellence. Try Renata's German restaurant off Irving Park, west of Wise Road in Hanover Park. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Welcome back to WRMN 1410 AM. Out to lunch with WRMN. Why do we call it out to lunch? Because you could take WRMN with you out to lunch. That's right. We're already in your pocket. Go ahead and take us with you with downloading the app or going to WRMN1410.com, asking TuneIn to play us there, or you can watch us on the YouTube stream at WRMN Radio. Go ahead and search on the old YouTubes. You'll find us right there. We are pushing everywhere. What's the other meeting that we have for taking us out to lunch? Well, we're going to help you go out to lunch. If you're already going out, if you're already buying something out into the world, why not take a radio shopping gift certificate with you? That's right, it's just as good as cash. If you're already heading out to the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, go ahead and buy a $10 gift certificate. Guess what? It's going to be less than $10, probably closer to the $6 or $7. So go ahead and take WRMN out to lunch with you. And what's the third meaning of out to lunch with this show that we've got here? We're going to go out to lunch. We're going to go to places that you go to so that we can talk to the restaurant owner or the business owner or just the festival coordinator. That's what we want to do with this show. So if you've got a suggestion, go ahead and reach out to WRMN. Lots and lots of different ways to reach out to that. Social media as well. You can also just go to WRMN1410.com. Shoot us a message. Give us a call. If you want to give us a call, the Redemption Center is 16 Douglas Avenue, 847-741-7700. If you want to come and see us, again, that's 16 Douglas Avenue. If you want to drive past 1410, the Studio 14, go ahead and give us a honk. Let us know you're listening, because we're sitting here in the studio waving back at you. If you want to join the conversation, if you want to jump into the hat trick of news that we've got going on today about planes, Studio 14's call-in line, 847-931-1410. Again, Studio 14, 847-931-1410. Sitting with me today is Bendemonium Boquist. I heard Marky call you Benbo or Bebo. How do you feel about that?
Hey, you call me anything. Call me T-Bone.
T-Bone.
Wasn't that's something I believe
that's a
I
community
said.
Joke there.
Yeah, no, that's Seinfeld.
T-Bone.
T-Bone. But no, B-Bone. That was
B-Bone?
I believe that was one of my my dumb fake nicknames that I gave in one of our first shows that we did when we did a political talk show. I can't remember the joke now,
B-Bone.
But yeah. I'm more of a B-Bone.
A B-Bone than a B-Bo?
Yeah. But
yeah.
No. I'll take any nickname that anyone will give me that they'll say to my face. How about that?
Any nickname you say to your face? Yeah. Exactly. Speaking of faces, man, we've got IDs to get into the security side, right? Once you've got that ID and that pass, you're essentially in the secure aspect of the airport.
It's a securing feeling to have
very protective.
Yeah.
Like, you think that if anything happened, like, okay, if anything happens, there's an army of TSA agents between me and whatever craziness happens in the real world. I mean, I had to take off my shoes to get in here.
Right, yeah.
So
I can prove who I am. I know everybody went through the same process to verify that they're safe to be in the airport. You know, it wasn't always so difficult to get through the TSA and security airport lines and all that stuff. And there's obviously a heightened attention about that after 9/11.
So you would think it would make it pretty hard for you to be a plane stowaway. Right?
There are stories, though. There's always every year there's I see one, this one lady did it almost every year, notoriously kind of. There's people with histories of going up in the wheel, the undercarriage of the plane, or somehow finagling past past the gates there.
Yeah,
TSA the gate agents.
Well, a Texas man boards a Delta flight using a photo of another passenger's ticket. A Texas man was arrested for stowing away on a flight after using a photo of a passenger's boarding pass in Salt Lake City. The man admitted his mistake, stating he needed to get home to see his family. The plane returned to the gate. The law enforcement met the man when it was discovered he didn't have a ticket. So let's dive in just a little bit on that. That would be ABC News that we're jumping in. Police say he got on a plane using a photo of a girl's boarding pass. He now faces a felony charge. A flight by taking a photo of another passenger's boarding pass. The authorities say he was caught because the flight was full and he didn't have a place to sit. So if the flight wasn't full, I think this man would have gotten away with it. How many times has he gotten away with it before? That's going on with this. Wilcliffe, oh my goodness, Fleurizard, Fleurizard. Again, this is coming from ABC
Google.
News. ABC News is a little leaning left, but again, high factuality to mixed factuality. Ad Fontes Media, if you want to check that out, they have an interactive map. It's pretty neat. So you can look up almost any of your news sources. Where do you get it? MSNBC, the New York Post, wherever you get your stuff, even TYT, and I'm hoping to start seeing some more of those digital media things make it to the interactive side to it. But he now, the Texas man now faces a felony charge of being a stowaway on an aircraft. After everyone else boarded, the man moved into the lavatory in the back of the plane. When he exited at this point, the plane had started to taxi on the runway. He told a flight attendant he was in seat 21F. There was already somebody in seat 21F, a girl traveling alone, and the flight attendant confirmed that she was a ticketed passenger. When the crew searched, the man's name did not pop up in the records for the Austin-bound flight or any other Delta flight for that matter, according to the affidavit. The plane returned to the gate where officers were waiting. So he didn't even get to take off. He was only stowing away for, I guess, the taxiing part of it. I only want to take a tour. Can you just take me around the airport real quick? I just want to see what's going on.
I just want to feel like I'm flying. I just want to feel like I'm traveling today.
Yeah, I would like to travel if you'd let me, but there's no seatbelts in the lavatory.
My questions are, what is he doing where he needs to travel, and he's not apparently getting reimbursed or paid enough for, to where he's doing this to get tickets on an airplane all the time. I would think that he's doing this regularly. It's basically flying standby without having that privilege or the reason to do it or faking credentials.
He said he needed to get home and see his family.
Needed to get home. Okay.
I mean, according to the complaint, a review of surveillance footage from the boarding area showed him taking pictures of several passengers' phones and boarding passes when they weren't looking, then using his phone as a boarding pass to get on the plane. It turned out that a friend gave him a buddy pass to fly on Southwest Airlines, but 2 previous flights were full, and he was rebooked on a flight later Sunday, according to the police officer. That's what it was. He already had a flight. He already had one there, but the 2 flights were full, and he was rebooked. Because you know how it is. It's Southwest standby. You fly standby all the time, buddy. So that kind of thing. So that's what I mean is he got bumped to a different day, and it turns out that he needed to get home, I guess, now,
Okay, so he was he had purchased a ticket then?
So somebody had given him a buddy pass to fly, which I guess you can buy a pass for somebody else. Mm-hmm. I buy a pass, I can give you a pass. But most of those passes are on standby. So he got pushed and pushed and pushed, and it got rebooked for Sunday. But I guess he wanted to fly Saturday and started taking pictures of people's phones and tickets when they weren't looking.
Yeah, can't do that.
So, no, you absolutely can't do that.
That's what worries me a lot about surveillance states. And,
Well, they're going to catch you taking pictures of other people's phones?
No, that other people are going to do it without your knowledge.
Fair enough.
So at all times, they're susceptible to that. So get a peep on your cyber security, your actual security.
Your physical security. There are those people that are just... Because you obviously can't unplug anymore, right? It's just hard. It's just hard to unplug anymore. Yeah, I could go out into the woods and beat squirrels to death for my lunch, but...
Yeah, well, people say these days, they're like, I got a Tesla, so I'm off the grid.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Yeah, when somebody can push a button and shut your car off, yeah, you're pretty far off the grid. But... The thing is they've even got to the point where, obviously, if you're not using a VPN or some sort of filter or anything like that, your internet service provider is going to see everything. But to the point of the security cameras, there's actually certain makeup that you can put on your face, almost like a war paint type of thing, that will mess up facial recognition.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a QR code or some weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that before. A lot of people, like on TikTok, weirdos will do that, you know.
Because the way it works, it measures the distance of your eyes versus your mouth versus the bridge of your nose to like your ears. Like it measures a bunch of these different things off of what a face would have, right? You would expect a face to have two eyes, a nose, and a mouth, right?
Just like a fingerprint, a face print.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so your distance, I mean, yes, it is the Fibonacci sequence for it. I mean, that's what most things are, but or the golden ratio, as most things on our face are. But there's slight variances of height and everything else. So putting that paint on your face in certain areas kind of just changes a little bit. Ben, where can people find you on the old intranets?
Oh man, shoot me an email, multiformat, Ben Boquist at multiformat.net. And or hit me up on Twitter for my personal opinions, and just randomness, Bendemonium.
Yeah, are you working on any projects right now? Any news? Any podcasting? Any things along those lines personally?
Always. You can find news for you at YouTube's and the radio stations that it's on.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Westside Freddy for coming in. Really appreciate that, seeing him. If you want to see any of us, go ahead and come down to 16 Douglas right here at the Redemption Center. This has been Out to Lunch right here on WRMN 1410. We will see you tomorrow.
Is it noon already? Take your lunch hour up a notch with Out to Lunch from 12 to 2 p.m. right here on WRMN 1410 a.m. Unwind with the perfect blend of soothing sounds and lighthearted conversations that'll make every bite taste better. Whether you're in office or out on the town, let us serve up the best in radio company. Stream on the go with our app on Google and Apple. Because lunchtime is your time. Out to Lunch every day from 12 to 2 on WRMN 1410 a.m. The Talk